Hey everyone, today's lesson is a continuation of evaluating expressions. So evaluating expressions just kind of means simplify and plug in. So looking at the first example, anytime that I see an n, I'm going to plug in a 4. When I plug in, I am using the parentheses. And then I'm focusing on my PEMDAS. So my order of operations. I know I have parentheses, but there's nothing to really simplify within the parentheses. I'm going to do my exponents. So 4 squared, 4 times 4 gives me 16. Then I'm writing everything the way I see it. Next tells me to do my multiplication. This right here is multiplication. Negative 3 times 4 gives me negative 12. I'm going to do addition next. Negative 12 plus 8 gives me negative 4. So 16 minus 4 gives me 12. Looking at number 2, every time I see an x, I'm going to plug in a 4. Every time I see a y, I'm going to plug in a negative 3. Using parentheses to plug in the 4, put the little squared, minus 4 parentheses. When I see the y, I'm plugging in that 3 all over 2. My PEMDAS tells me to do order of operations first, so 4 squared gives me 16. I can simplify this by doing the multiplication second. Negative 4 times negative 3 gives me a positive 12. Simplify the top. 16 plus 12 gives me 28. 28 divided by 2 gives me 14. Looking at number 3, I'm going to bring down this 4, bring down my absolute value symbol. Every time I see an M, I'm plugging in a 6. Every time I see an N, I'm plugging in an 8. What is my absolute value? 6 minus 8 gives me negative 2. Negative 2, when I bring it out of the absolute value, is a positive 2. Bringing the 4, and then these two are connected by multiplication. So 4 times 2 gives me 8. When I see an x, I'm plugging in the negative 5. And remember, every time we plug in, we are using parentheses. So in my calculator, I'm doing negative 5 in parentheses squared. It gives me 25. Looking at 5, every time I see an S, I'm plugging in a negative 2. Every time I see a T, I'm plugging in a 10. So negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Times 10 minus 10. Order of operations tells me to do multiplication second. 4 times 10 gives me 40. 40 minus 10 gives me 30. Bring down the 4. Every time I see a P, I'm plugging in a negative 3. Bring down my plus sign and the 7. Every time I see a Q, I'm plugging in a negative 2. So order of operations tells me to do my exponents first. So I'm bringing down this 4. Negative 3 squared. When I plug it in and it's in parentheses, it gives me a positive 9. Bring this 7. Negative 2 cubed. In parentheses, negative 2. To get the cubed, I do the little caret button, then 3. So I get negative 8. Order of operations tells me to do multiplication first. So I do 4 times 9 to give me 36. Multiplication again, 7 times negative 8 to get negative 56. 36 minus 56 gives me negative 20. All right, last one. Every time I see an A, I'm plugging in a 6. Every time I see a B, I'm plugging in a negative 8. So looking right here, I just want to simplify that. 6 plus negative 8 gives me negative 2. Squared, again, when I plug it into my calculator using parentheses, negative 2 squared gives me a positive 4. And then that's it for today.